My name is Joshua Schwartz from Travel Creel Hospitality, and we're going to be talking about travel tips, packing tips, and tips with getting through TSA. If you're going to be doing some traveling, it's worth your time, money, and effort to spend $100 to get global entry. It gives you TSA pre-check, which you can use traveling within the United States. It gives you Sentry, which means that you can register a car to drive over the Canadian border or the Mexican border. Also, when you're traveling abroad, coming back through US Customs gets you on a fast track. Let's talk about checked bags. Larger bags that you're gonna check, rod bags, rod tubes, and for me, since I'm traveling with food, a lot of times I have these awesome Yeti cooler bags. Checked bags for most airlines is 50 pounds or less, so make sure you're weighing your bags before you leave your house. Overweight fees, the overweight fees are ridiculous. The airlines charge insane amount of money for being overweight. I have a bigger bag, that's my checked bag. I have a smaller bag that would be my carry-on bag. If I'm bringing a lot of rods and a lot of reels, then I'll bring a rod bag. If I'm bringing just a few reels and a few rods, I'll bring a rod tube. And then I have this bag, and I'm gonna talk about how I get all this stuff onto the plane. This is an easy one, under 50 pounds, checked right away. This was an easy one to check too. It's never over 50 pounds, so it's an easy check. This bag here with food in it, getting through TSA with food can be challenging, especially with ice packs and if you have any jars or liquids or things like that. But I found a hack that works pretty good. So I usually ask the gate agent or the agent that I'm checking in with, can I gate check my carry-on right here, right now? 9 times out of 10, they'll say yes, and it'll be free. So essentially, you're getting another bag checked into the belly of the plane, one that you don't want to take through TSA, on the airplane for free. For us as fishermen, these pliers are great. They're under 7 inches. You're allowed to bring them on an airplane. Traveling within the country domestically, you're allowed to have a carry-on bag and a personal item. So let's go through scenarios with bags. I check this bag. I check this bag. So I have this on the plane, this on the plane, this on the plane. Now I can theoretically go through TSA and get on the airplane with my backpack and still bring a rod tube on as my personal item. And when I bring a rod tube on, like this bazooka tube, right when you get on the plane is a small closet that the captains and the stewardesses use to hang their clothing and put some small bags, and that closet is usually pretty empty and it fits these tubes perfectly. Ask if you can put this in the closet and I've never had anyone tell me no, you can't put it in the closet. Make sure you remember to get it on the way out, because I've forgotten that before and got out of the airplane and had to turn around and try to get back in to get my rod tube before, and I don't recommend that. It was not a fun experience. You can travel into Mexico with 3 rods and 3 reels. You can take them on the airplane into Mexico. So you can take a rod tube directly on an airplane. You can have your reels in your carry-on. Flying from Mexico back into the United States, they will not let you on the airplane with rods, reels, or any type of fly line in your carry-on at all. If you're going through security in Mexico and they see any of that stuff, they'll make you turn around and go and check it. I haven't experienced that anywhere else. I have a couple additions. The first one is the amount of rods you can bring into Mexico. It's 4 rods and 4 reels. You can also bring 3 rods and 3 reels. The rods and the reels need to match up as a set. Anything more than 4, you run the risk of getting checked out and they'll ask you some questions. And one of those questions is, how much do those rods cost? And you gotta give them the lowest price you can, because they're about to tax you, and it's a percentage tax. Number 2 that I wanted to go over is something that happened to me recently, bringing tequila from Mexico into the United States, but more importantly, taking it on a connecting flight through LAX. So when you're purchasing alcohol at the duty-free shops in airports in Cabo or airports of like La Paz or or Loretto coming from Baja, you have a choice. They have two different bags. They have a bag that's a TSA bag, and then they have a regular duty-free bag. Make sure if you're flying through LAX that you get the duty-free bag. They ring you up and they staple that bag. They'll either staple the receipt inside the bag or they'll staple the receipt to the outside of the bag and don't take it off. You need that to get through TSA. When you go through TSA, they'll let you scan that duty-free bag. They'll also ask to check it. They'll open it up, check it out, and if you have the right bag with the receipt, they'll hand it back to you and you can get on the next flight with it. Once you get into LAX and you claim your bags, you also have the option of putting that duty-free item into your luggage before you recheck it for your connecting flight. I think the biggest frustration in being in a security line going through TSA security is dealing with other people that aren't prepared for going through the line. So prepare yourself to go through the line so you're not that person that is holding everyone up, I think is a really good thing to go over. Every TSA line has slightly different rules based on the different people that are running it. I mean, essentially the main rules are the same. If you have TSA pre-check, you don't need to take your shoes off. 9 times out of 10, you don't need to take any of your electronics out of your bags. So being prepared to go through those lines, asking the right questions, and being able to move through smoothly, I think kind of gets you through the process easier and makes it so no one's frustrated getting through that process with you. If you guys have any questions with travel at all, you can always reach out to me at joshua@travelcreel.com. If you want a great adventure, reach out to us at travelcreel.com. We got a lot of stuff going on in 2024 and we'd love to have you come along with us.